It's your girl Ash, aka Goddess Goals, in the building. I'm basically about babies, and that's 1.1 period. Here to give a cut and dry message, here to tell a story, here to give a word. Now remember that this message, this story, this word may not resonate with you at all, but if you like, yo, Ash, that was me in the past, I can resonate with you because that was simply me in the past. Make sure you hit the like button, right? And if you like, yo, Ash, that's me right now, I'm going through that right now, make sure you hit the like button right now, right? You know what I'm saying? And in this message, and in this story, and in this word, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about somebody that has to believe, right? And it might be believing in somebody else. It might be believing in a higher power. It might be believing in a certain outcome, but it's about believing, right? And believing that whatever it is, that it won't leave you. It's kind of like, all right, if God put it in your life for you, it won't leave you, or if it's destined to be, then it will be, and I will never leave you. You know what I'm saying? And if this is destined to happen, and it will be destined to happen, and baby, it will never leave you. And I'm getting like, I will never leave you nor forsake you, right? So I feel like those that I'm talking to, you know, you may have had a hard time, right? Right now, or in the past, where it was just so hard to believe. And maybe it was so hard to believe simply because you had experienced just certain happenings, right? When we say happenings, we're talking about just certain unfortunate events, or, you know, in other people's eyes, maybe they were fortunate events. Maybe in God's eyes, it was simply fortunate events. Sometimes what we feel like is unfortunate is actually fortunate. Everything falls in place, you know what I'm saying? And in the place, at the perfect place, at the perfect time. During your own perfect race, right? During your own perfect journey, right? And maybe sometimes we just couldn't get that thing, or that thing didn't happen for us because it wasn't meant for us, right? Or maybe it wasn't meant for us right then and there, right? You know? So I feel like maybe some of y'all have been praying for something, right? Or maybe praying for an answer, or maybe praying that God is going to come through for you, or somebody is going to come through for you, or you get an answer about something. And it's like you got to believe, right? You got to believe. And this can be even in a love situation, right? Where you can love somebody, but you never had somebody that really loved you. You know what I'm saying? You always had somebody that maybe used you, or whatever the case may be, right? And now you have an opportunity to experience real love. Or maybe you just like, look, man, I never experienced real love. And this don't even have to be a lover. Maybe this can be a friend. Like, man, I never had a real friend, right? You know what I'm saying? That's like, you know, I can really trust them. You gotta say, like, look, you gotta believe in me. And just thinking about these situations, when you think about you gotta believe in me, it's like your health, right? Or a situation where certain things is out of your hands, and you gotta put your life in somebody else's hands, or you gotta put your health in somebody else's hands. And it's like you gotta believe in this person. You gotta believe in these doctors. You gotta believe in these nurses. You have to simply believe. And also you gotta believe in God, that God will help them throughout the process, right? And maybe you never believed. Or maybe you just scared to believe. Maybe life has taught you that even when you get a little bit of hope, that like, man, maybe I shouldn't believe, or yeah, I knew I was right to not believe. But now it's like the time for you to believe, or now is a time that you just simply have to believe. When things aren't going right, or when things are hard, or when things aren't looking the best, and you can't do anything but put your results in somebody else's hands, you just simply gotta wait and believe, right? And believing when you're simply dealing with yourself, and you're dealing with certain things that has been unrequited for you, or maybe you have dealt with unrequited love. Alright, y'all, so my camera keeps going off, and I don't know if that's a sign to just stop or whatever the case may be, but I'm gonna just try to do my best, right? And you know, I feel like it's something scary about just doing something that you ain't never done before, right? It's something scary about trying to unprotect yourself, or just trying to simply believe that you are protected, right? You know? And some of us, we like to keep ourselves protected. Some of us, we love to shield ourselves. Some of us may even feel like, man, I'm the only one that's here protecting me, right? And it's kind of scary, right? It's kind of like living alone when you are alone. You don't have, you know, maybe a husband, right? Or you don't have anybody else that live with you, and you live alone. And sometimes when you live alone, you don't know what to expect. And it's like, look, I gotta protect myself, and I'm the only one that has me to protect me. And you may feel alone. So you may feel like sometimes you have to guard yourself, right? And maybe this could be with your heart as well. Maybe sometimes you just feel like you gotta guard your heart. Maybe sometimes you feel like you gotta guard your peace of mind. Maybe sometimes you just feel like, man, I've given all myself, and now I just gotta simply give to me. Because I'm the only person that knows that I'll never leave me. Have you ever did that, or been in a certain situation where you just know, like, man, I just know that I'm the only person that will never leave me. And sometimes for us, this is a learning journey where we learn, like, every time somebody has told us they'll never leave us, but they left us. Or sometimes the learning journey is that God has never left us. And sometimes we go through certain things in life, and we just be like, man, how did I get through that? How did I go through that? How did I make it through that? And God might be telling you, like, I will never leave you. Or didn't I tell you that I won't ever leave you? Didn't I tell you I'll never leave you? So I want to shout out to the people that are like people that, like, man, I'll never ever leave you. No matter what you're going through, no matter how you're feeling, no matter if you are down to the ground, and no matter if you are so up high to the mountain peak, I'll always be with you. I'll always love you. I'll always care for you. I'll always just simply believe in you. But I need you to believe in me. I need you to believe that I'll always be there. I won't ever leave. Right. It's kind of like giving somebody something, loaning somebody something, and believing that they're going to give it back, or believing that they're going to give it back with interest. It's always a possibility that they won't give it back with interest. But then we have people that absolutely give back the energy that you give out, plus more with interest. But it's about believing in it. So me, I'm like one of those people that love is cool, friendship is cool, but also be prepared for the worst. You know? So maybe some of us is learning how to not always think about the worst. We're just trying to get our minds out of always thinking about the worst. Because sometimes it's scary to always think about the worst. You know? And just go with the flow and just believe. Like when you simply believe, you don't know if it's going to come true. Like you really don't know. But you just going with the flow of it, right? Like damned if I do and damned if I don't, right? Just gotta believe.
Mind power.
Being with somebody and giving somebody your heart, you just gotta believe. Waiting on the outcome when you don't know the real true outcome, you just simply gotta believe, right? Wondering if you're gonna need a backup plan or not. It's just like, man, I just simply gotta believe. I simply just gotta act on love. Or have y'all ever just simply like, look, man, I just gotta act on love. I gotta do this out of love. I gotta believe out of love. I gotta give to this person out of love. Well, I don't really know what's the outcome of me believing in this love. I don't really know the outcome of me just believing in this person, in this place, in this thing. But I just gotta give it to the person above, right? I gotta give it to the Creator, right? I just gotta give it up. And I gotta believe. Believe in prosperity. Believe that what we're going through right now will absolutely bring some type of prosperity. Remember, prosperity can be many things. But prosperity is value. Prosperity is something that brings you true happiness, that brings you true bliss. That brings you something that you'll never forget. That's not a hit or miss. But it's something that you gotta believe in, right? Even if it's faith of a mustard seed, or just having faith of a mustard seed. Just gotta believe. Like, this is my third time recording this video. I guess the third time is the charm, right? And I hope I said something that gave y'all some type of value. Maybe I'm helping somebody that's struggling to believe, right? You gotta believe. You just simply gotta believe. So that is my message. That is my story. That is my word. And I hope y'all got some type of value out of this. I will visit you back, baby. Peace.